All right. They got 3 hours. However, it's probably too late, right?
Oh, no.
It's not?
I got the move that's going to change everything. Oh. I got a move that even Bob Myers hasn't thought of. That's coming up on A's Cast.
Here's the problem. I do think Bob Myers is going to have to think of it if it's going to happen because I think Bob Myers needs to be on that call. No?
I mean,
want
probably.
him on that call.
I need him on that call. If Bob has his wits about him, and I think that he does, he'll text me and say, Dibs, what do you think? What can we do? Because the Warriors have a player that they can't and probably won't use, and there's a player out there who now is available, who wasn't available, who they can and should use, because the Warriors have to go.
Oh.
If one team zigs,
I think I know who you're talking about.
You have to zag. Well, maybe you watch my daily delivery because I crushed it.
As you know, today I didn't watch Jack Bleep. I didn't know. I didn't see it. So no, I don't know. I don't know what you said, but I bet I could guess. Let's see. Does his last name rhyme with clam chowder?
Chowder?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Chowder?
Yeah. Apparently my whole dream scenario has been scuttled because we have breaking news.
Wait a minute. That's so funny. The great Kyle Madsen was going to be like, we got you today. There's going to be breaking news. We'll be ready. We'll jump in. It's 9:04. Like, right? Good Lord. We're not even supposed to be on right now. We're supposed to be doing a changeover. Kawakami comes in here, and the changeover is just out the door with the trash. Anyway, what's going on? What happened, Kyle?
Shams Charania reporting the Milwaukee Bucks are acquiring Jae Crowder in a trade to the Brooklyn Nets for 5 second-round picks.
Okay, wait a minute, though.
Dude, 5 seconds? That's like a trip to Goodwill.
Wait a minute, that doesn't take him off the table. He's been traded twice in the last 12 hours. Why can't they trade him again? Let's
Send
go.
Milwaukee 6 seconds.
There you go.
And a third? If there was one.
All right, so.
Well, that was
so much for your daily delivery.
I might as well go home.
Redo the video?
I guess I should.
Let's redo the video during the break.
Or I can just redo it and say, Bob Myers, you got by Milwaukee, because we knew that Crowder, once he got traded from Phoenix, we knew he was available, and I thought Jae Crowder was a perfect fit for this Warrior team.
I
because
agree with you. Yeah.
If one team zigs, and a couple teams have zigged with Dallas, by the way, getting a new closer in Kyrie Irving, and Phoenix getting Kevin Durant.
Heard of him.
If you as a Warrior team are going to compete with these other teams, you got to double down on defense.
Okay.
You already have Poole, Clay, and Steph, 3 elite offensive players and 2-way wigs who can be great in April, May, and June. If you can find a defensive stopper, if you can get your defense back to an elite level, you can compete still. You lost out on Crowder.
I'm with a lot of what you're saying. However,
damn it,
there's 2 things to say here. Number one, let's back up a second off of the Warriors, and let's just take stock of the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. Okay? I know what the snap reacts will be. You got 2 elite players that went from the East to the West, and they both land on teams that are in that little bucket, that bucket of 500 teams in the West. And so that's scary for the Warriors. And I'm certainly not going to minimize the greatness of Kevin Durant and the abilities of Kyrie Irving. But let me ask you, before we get into the Warriors, is that going to work? Mavs and Suns.
Oh, yes.
See, I disagree.
Oh, it's going to work. And you already saw it from Dallas last night. What happened?
They won a basketball game.
Why'd they win a basketball game, Mark? Because Kyrie Irving, he's a cold piece. Yeah. He's a psychopath. He's an anti-vaxxer. He's a flat earther. And he's a guy who does not like to be in a situation longer than a year or 2. However, that dude is a cold piece.
By the way, I'm so much more triggered by flat earther than anti-vaxxer.
Oh, not me.
I mean,
not me.
But the boat goes one way and it comes back around like it's been proven. You can't debate flat Earth.
Oh, you can.
No, you can't.
You can't, because if you sail your boat fast enough, then you skip off the end and you go far enough to where you catch on the other end.
Flat Earth, it would be like the Truman Show where the boat is going, it just goes.
Right,
it just runs into the wall. It's like, okay, we reached the end.
The wall is tremendous. That's for down
so ridiculous.
Completely.
Anyway,
however, yes, Dallas is better in Phoenix. you might as well make Freddy Krueger their official mascot because that team is now scary.
Okay, they're scary. Obviously, they're offensively elite, although I think Chris Paul's cooked. So this whole, three-headed monster.
You and Vontae both.
Yeah, it's a 2.5-headed monster. Booker and Kevin Durant, that scares me. That's unbelievable. That's an unbelievable offensive deal. But what have we been sitting here saying for the last 2 weeks? The Warriors are not a contender in this moment because why? Because they can't play defense.
Right.
Guess who else can't play defense? The entire Phoenix Suns roster now.
But you can't outscore Phoenix. You can't outscore Denver. And Dallas now has a closer coming up very soon, the closer of the week.
You were in need of a closer.
I was in need of a closer. Shout out R&S Garage Doors.
Right.
I look at the West right now as we sit, and the Warriors are no better than the fourth best team. And you could argue they're the sixth best team.
I think
maybe.
I think you'd easily argue that. So, yeah, we'll get to kind of where the Warriors either went wrong or what's still left on the table for them.
2 hours and 52 minutes,
okay,
Myers.
Let me look
at me playing tough guy.
251.
Radio tough guy.
I mean,
Sorry.
what if I ask you this, though? Let's go more broad conceptual. I'm trying to think of a time when an NBA team at the trade deadline went out and got an inner core piece. Okay? Not, nice addition. You went and got the dude to go next to your other dude. That's what Dallas and Phoenix just did. Forget Chris Paul. Dallas got Luka some help. Phoenix got Booker some help. Okay? And they went and got inner core players. When in the history of the NBA has someone done that at the trade deadline and then won a title?
Man, I'd have to Google it, Mark.
I don't think it happens, and that's my point. I'm not telling you these are bad moves. I'm not telling you Dallas and Phoenix aren't better and more scary they are. I'm not telling you that maybe for the future this won't be good. But I've been told through the years, as I think many of us have, by coaches in the NBA, continuity matters. You can't just go, here.
Plug and play.
Now eat it.
Mark Bayangos on the YouTube feed says 1995 Clyde Drexler to Houston.
Okay.
So if that is the last time, and by the way, Clyde Drexler, Hall of Famer, that was a big piece, and that was in the non-Jordan era. He might have been a Birmingham Baron that year. If that's the last time, well, that's 28 years ago.
And he even then wasn't the one. He was the
two, maybe. He still was legit.
Yeah, he's very legit. But maybe Kyrie's not the one. Maybe Kevin's not the one. But they're 1A. I don't know. It's a good example, but even that, you had to go back almost 30 years. This is not the norm. You don't grab someone in February who is a massive alpha and then win the title. I saw these deals go down yesterday, and my first thought was, go ahead and up the odds on Milwaukee and Boston. All my chips are on Milwaukee and Boston now. You just moved two of the best players out of the East. Give me the teams that are good, that have continuity. They've been doing this for a few years. They've been to the finals recently, both of them.
So you would still stay with your bucket of four, because I gave you the bucket of four. I gave you Milwaukee and Boston. I gave you Memphis and Denver, or the field. And now in the field is Phoenix with KD.
Yep.
In the field is Dallas with Kyrie. In the field is the Stan Pat Warriors. In the field is Philly.
Yep.
In the field, we light the beam.
I will take the bucket of four.
You're still taking the bucket of four?
And I'll add a new bet on. I'll add a new bet onto this.
I'll handle the bets here, Mark.
Let's go Western Conference.
Versus?
I'll bet anybody who wants to bet that Dallas and Phoenix do not represent the West in the NBA Finals.
Spinoni, lock that up.
Dallas and Phoenix will not represent the West in the NBA Finals.
So I've got Dallas and Phoenix, and you've got the field.
I got everybody else. I got the beam.
You got the beam?
I got the Joker.
You get the Dubs?
Where is Ja?
You got Ja?
I got Steph Curry on my team.
You got...
yeah, exactly.
And you've got your guy, LeBron.
LeBron James.
The Lakers, who you wrote off not 1 but 2 years ago.
I'll write them off. I'll write them off every single day of the week.
Get your Sharpie out.
They did get better. They got better yesterday. That was a good deal for them, even though D'Angelo Russell is not a winning basketball player.
Westbrook is a Jazz, and he's always going to be a Jazz.
Oh, my God.
Does he show up?
Russell Westbrook. I mean, you want to talk about careers that have just careened. Russell Westbrook.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He went. How many years has it been since he averaged a triple-double? And you got to give him the MVP for that.
Thank you.
He averaged a triple-double. That was only what? What was that? 4 years ago?
Something like
3
that,
years ago? He's been on 18 teams since then.
At least.
I can't even keep track anymore.
Wasn't he a Wizard for a while?
Wizards, Rockets, Lakers, a Jazz. I can't.
I'm a Jazz. I'm always going to be a Jazz.
This guy was the MVP of the league and turned into Josh Johnson of the NBA a minute later.
Not bad.
Wild.
Yeah.
Is this team 5 since the MVP award?
I think so.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Myers, 2 hours and 47.
Get me Russell Westbrook.
I mean, he's going to get bought out. Can you vet min him? Can he and Andre, dress alike and sit at the end of the bench together as team vet min?
All right, so here's the
I'm sorry, that was unnecessary.